What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 30, and this will be Saturday morning for you guys. If you can get this video to 800 likes, I'm going to ask something massive today. If you can get this video to 800 likes, I will upload another episode of Career Mode later on today. Of course, there's no football today due to the international break, so the quicker you get this video to 800 likes, the quicker the next video will be uploaded. So let's get this to 800 likes. I know you guys can do it. We've got the capability to get 800 likes, so 800 likes and the next episode of Career Mode will be uploaded today. But anyway, guys, we take on Hull for the first game of possibly 2 episodes today, and this is of course the first game of the Barclays Premier League season for the new one. Of course, last year we of course finished 7th. We won the Capital One Cup, so we qualified for the Europa League. So taking on Hull in this game away at the KC Stadium. Last year this ended as a 1-1 draw. Taking on Steve Bruce's men. I was kind of feeling, you know, a little bit under pressure to play some backup players, mainly because we had a Europa League qualifying match against Bromby on Thursday, so I was thinking maybe play a couple of fringe players, but I decided to go ahead and play the whole first team. Felt they'd have enough stamina to play on in midweek as well, but there weren't any chances until the 45th minute when Nathan Redmond skipped past his man, went down left hand side. His shot was well saved by the goalkeeper, but there was Gary Hooper, as you guys have seen, is probably going to be first choice striker this year alongside Marshall. So Hooper gets the goal. Hopefully that will please you guys, because I know how much you guys love Hooper. Hooper gets the goal on a stroke of half time, and it's Hull 0, Norwich 1, and straight from kickoff in the second half, and Josh Townsend collects the ball, gets past Robbie Brady, and Tom Huddleston takes aim, but it's a good save by the goalkeeper. So still 1-0 here to Norwich, and then 56th minute Hull had their best chance when Huddleston's header was tipped over the bar by Butland. But the game finished 1-0. It was such a poor game. I could not believe it. Really few chances in this one. Not much action, I'm afraid. But Hooper's goal was the only goal of the game, and that suited me fine because it's not only a clean sheet, which we lacked a lot of. We didn't get too many clean sheets last year, so it's good to get one straight away. And of course, a goal is perfectly fine because we collect the 3 points, so that's all I care about. But Forest eventually accept the transfer for Nathaniel Shaloba, so we go ahead and offer the young man a contract. And then Robert Snodgrass requests to be transferred. He says he feels he's come to the end of his time at the club and he needs to make a move. So I was like, okay, fine, we'll accept it, because I did say in the last episode, I think it was, I was thinking about selling either Snodgrass or Pilkington. I prefer to sell Pilkington because his free rating's lower, but you know, if Snodgrass wants to go, I'll let him go, and the transfer demand has been accepted, so it looks like he's probably going to be on his way. But yes, we did indeed take on Bromby here, the Danish side, for this Europa League qualifier. Now, of course, win this and we go through to the group stages, lose it and we're out. So it's a really big game here if we want to guarantee European football. Group stage European football, because this technically is a competitive European fixture. But you know what I'm trying to say here. If we're going to go through to the group stages, we've got to go ahead and win this game. So I did decide to put out a really strong side. No disrespect, but I felt we could probably get the better of Bromby, even with a backup side. But I did decide to make quite a few changes, yet still keep the majority of the first team out. I think I made 4 changes and had 7 first teamers out there. I'm not sure. I did have a lot of first teamers out there anyway, though. But I did give a chance to Yaya Sanogo, because, you know, last year, I mean, he wasn't great, but I feel like we didn't give him too many chances, so we'll try and give him more chances. But actually, I think he's on the bench. Yes, he was. But Billy Sharp started regardless. But the team was still very strong. You know, Snodgrass playing in possibly his last game. This team was still very strong, because I'm going to take the Europa League seriously this year. I'm not going to put our backup side every single game. Don't get me wrong, I'll mix the teams around, play some fringe players, but I'm going to try and, you know, take this competition very seriously. I do play a lot of first team players too, so anyway, one little cool thing as well I've noticed in Europa League, you see on the side of the stadium there, the advertising banners is now like the Europa League kind of symbol. It's not the actual official Europa League symbol, of course, because EA don't have the rights, but it's really cool how that is. You know, you notice that in real life, so that's kind of a nice little new feature. I don't think that was there last year, but anyway, regardless, in the 4th minute we had our first chance when Nathan Redmond came through here and got tripped up by the defender. Some nice skills, a fake shot and a heel-to-heel flick, and the defender took him out. It was a definite penalty, no need for a complaint. And Gary Hooper, who scored against Hull, he was standing over the ball here. We don't have too many good penalty takers. Snodgrass scored 1 last year. We didn't have too many penalty takers to choose from, but Hooper's got a 75 rating. We let him take it, and that's 2 goals in 2 games for Gary Hooper. So I'm very hopeful he's going to have a big season for us this year after he makes the step up to the first team. So that's a great finish from the spot, and it's 1-0. But in the 46th minute, how about this? I mean, I said about strengthening the centre-back area. Both Chris Smalling and Sebastian Basson were so weak there, and Feigsson, is that how you pronounce that? The Bromby number 15, just bustles them both off the ball and puts the ball in to the back of the net. That was so weak from Smalling in particular, and Basson as well, so that was absolutely terrible by my centre-backs. But in the 57th minute, we had another chance here when Bromby lost the ball. It comes to Robert Snodgrass here, possibly on his last game. He takes aim, but it's a terrible, terrible attempt from Robert Snodgrass. So still 1-1, but in the 83rd minute, Bromby had a chance here. A good header was played inside, and how about this for a save? Jack Butland, at first I thought the Bromby player fluffed his lines, but on the replay you can see the ball get played in to the 6-yard box, and what about that for bravery from Jack Butland to keep the score at 1-1. But in the 85th minute, Yaya Sonogo off the bench here collects the ball, wins it back, plays it through to Leroy Fur. Fur collects it and rolls it out wide to Olsen. Good chance here. Olsen plays it in field to Townsend, back out wide to Olsen. Really good chance. Martin Olsen takes a touch and crosses it in. Free header for Townsend, and it's cleared away just as the ball looked as though it was going to be going into the bottom corner. So still 1-1, but Bromby failed to clear it and start an attack. Johnny Howson wins it back, plays it back to Olsen. Our left back puts another cross into the far post. It's headed away this time, but it comes to Leroy Fur on the volley. Unbelievable strike by Fur. I mean, I know goals from outside the area are really easy to score this year, but even so, what a strike by Leroy Fur. That was incredible. Didn't even need to take a touch, just volleyed it straight on, a half volley straight into the bottom corner. Great strike. It's 2-1. Carrow Road was rocking, and then we were sent back down to earth. So from jubilation, from joy to complete despair and disgust. I can't believe that. I mean, Leroy Fur scores an absolute weldy, and we're all celebrating like we've won the whole Europa League. And then a minute later, Bromby go and equalise. I mean, it was just embarrassing. It's a complete lack of concentration, and that's embarrassing. That's a really bad result. We should have sewn that game up with ease, but instead it's a 2-2 draw, and it means we will need to score in Denmark. So that is an absolutely terrible, terrible result in the first leg, and I'm devastated about that. 2-2 is the final score, and we will have to get a result away in Bromby. But anyway, Shaloba accepts the contract, so we have a new player for that game. That's great news. Like I say, I think he's going to have good potential, maybe, you know, possibly low, but possibly mid-80s as well, so that's good. But we get a transfer offer for Robert Snodgrass. There's two transfer offers, actually. It's Everton and Arsenal, both coming in for £2.5 million, and we decided to counter offer both of these, and again, it was kind of stupid really, but I asked Everton for 3,250,000 and Arsenal for 4 million. I don't know why I did this, because usually I make sure all the clubs have to pay the exact amount, but for some reason I just thought we'll let Everton go for 3.25 and then Arsenal for 4 million. That was just stupid, because you'll see here both clubs accept the transfer, which means that we've got to hope and pray that Arsenal are the team that Snodgrass chooses, otherwise we're going to lose out on 750,000. But as always guys, a big thank you for watching today's video. That's pure stupidity. As always guys, a big thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, 800 likes and the next episode of Career Mode will be uploaded, and hopefully I'll see that video later on tonight for you guys. If not, then I'll see you tomorrow morning.